I feel like there are a lot of people that are just very unhappy, very miserable, or that just want to always find a reason to steal other people's joy. Like when they see that other people are living life feeling happy, they just don't like that. If they're not happy, they don't want anybody to be happy. That's people who have that kind of mindset, that kind of have that attitude, because I don't think that's right. You should not be making other people feel the way you do just because you feel that way. That's not fair to other people, because other people want to live their life in peace and just being happy. Nobody wants to be walking around miserable, mad, and angry all the time. I know one of the things that was always told to me growing up was that life is too short to be waking up and walking around mad and angry all the time. Like, you have to find happiness and joy in life and in this world in some shape, way, or form. Even though it can be hard sometimes with all the things that be going on, but you have to find joy in your life. Protect our peace. We have to protect our joy too. Because it's things like that that people will take for granted, and it's things like this that people will also take advantage of, and that people will try to take from you just because they don't want to see you happy. I had to learn this the hard way, because for the longest time I did used to allow people's negativity to, control my mood and my emotions, and it really got the best of me to a certain point, and it got really unhealthy too, to where it left me in really unhealthy headspaces and mindsets, and I didn't want that for myself anymore. I was like, it have to come to a point where you have to really tell people how you feel, let people know how you feel, speak up, advocate, do whatever it is that you got to do for yourself to let people know how you're really feeling. How else are people going to know unless you say it, So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to allow people to make me feel this way anymore. I'm not going to keep allowing people's negativity to affect me or get to me. I'm just going to just stay away from it, or stay away from certain individuals whose negativity bothers me, and that's what I started doing. And I feel like at this point in my life, once I started doing that, a lot of things just started to feel a lot better. And it had a lot to do with who I was around and the energy that I was feeding off of from certain people. These are some important tips too to keep in mind. So the first one, own your feelings. So realize that your joy is your own responsibility, not anybody else's. If it can be stolen, it was likely left exposed. Don't expose it either, because that's another way how people can steal it. Like, you got to really protect it and guard it like it's a baby. Like, you don't want nobody to have or to get access to it at all. Because once people do, it's hard to get that back. Like, seriously. I've heard so many stories about how people was happy in life, where they had a lot of joy, or they were just a person that was living a good life and things was going right for them, and then it's like somebody comes into their life and take all the good that they have, and now they're falling apart and they can't get their life back together. And then focus inward. Your happiness is created by your eternal thoughts and mindset, and not by external events. And one of the most important ones of all that you always hear me throw in there no matter what is setting boundaries. You have to always make sure you have boundaries set. And if people overstep your boundaries, that's a problem. Recognize who is trying to drain your joy and make the conscious choice to ignore their negativity and walk away. That's the best thing to do, because that's really all you can do when it comes to individuals like that, is to just stay away from them. Don't be around them. Don't surround yourself around these individuals. Don't do it. Because the more you do, it's just going to drain you from your reactions. So while you cannot control what others do, you have total control over how you respond to them. And that is always a choice that you have. You have full control over how you choose to respond to everything. So however you choose to respond to something is totally up to you. Only you can figure that out for yourself. I don't have time for it, and I don't feed into stuff like this. So I'm just going to ignore you. Act like you don't even exist. And that's what I started doing. And people got mad and got angry with me, and I didn't care, because it's certain things that I'm just not going to condone. And there's certain things that I don't have to condone. And I'm going to show you that I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to put up with this. This might be what you do, as entertainment to try to get a reaction or whatever out of somebody, but I'm not about to give you what you're looking for. So I'm just going to ignore you. Ignore it altogether. And I've done it many times. And didn't care either. And that's another thing too, is that I refuse to let anybody steal my joy, period. Like, I feel like joy, happiness, all these things that some people carry, I don't really like to say everybody because it's not necessarily everybody, but certain things that certain people carry is just so hard to get back once you lose it. So it's like you got to protect it as much as possible, because if you don't, nobody else will. Because knowing the kind of person I am, I'm all about happiness, joy, and peace and stuff like that. I come from a place where I try to spread those kind of things to others and people in need that in their life, or that need to feel these kind of things, or that just need something positive, So, knowing me, I don't want to be a negative person. Like, don't get me wrong, you're not going to be the most positive person all the time, but I don't want to be a negative person either. Like, I'm okay with it being a mixture from time to time, but if I'm always being that way, that's a problem. And that means that there's somebody around me that's either causing that, or that's creating that energy around me that's causing me to like feed off of it and feed into it, to where I'm treating others that way and spawning on that energy to other people. And that's just not right. Like, everything in me would feel so bad just walking around just being negative and being mean to people. Like, I know people who are mean to people for no reason. Like, I've heard people, say certain things or do certain things to people that were not nice, and they had no real reason for doing it. They were just doing it just because it makes them happy or makes them feel good to just be, be mean to someone or to treat somebody wrong. And I don't think that's right. Like, I don't find any enjoyment in somebody or being mean to someone. We're just doing things to people that they don't really deserve. Like, everything about that is just wrong. I'm glad that I learned a lot of different, advices from people that been through different experiences where, like, people, put them through things that they shouldn't have been going through, or they were just around the wrong types of people. So, taking in some of the advice that people have given me over the years really have helped shape me into being who I am today, and also picking and choosing better people to surround myself. As I'm getting older, I'm picking and choosing better people in my circle, and I'm very satisfied at this point in my life with where my friendship is at with this girl and this person. So as long as I'm satisfied and I'm happy with it, that's all that really matters. I don't need other people's opinions or thoughts when it comes to that. So yeah, that was really it for this podcast episode. I want to thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in with me. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye bye.